good afternoon, good evening, and also good night. Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready to see a new Darkness champion, huh? Who's ready to see a Shadow Isles champion? I know I am. I know I am. Copium. Alright, should be like... Oh, we actually still have 1 minute. We still have 1 minute left. Before we get whatever it is that we get. Oh, should be like right now. Literally Senna Revealed. You guys watching? Are you guys ready? I told all of you. I told all of you. Here we go. Let's see what Senna does, shall we? Senna embraces her curse. Interesting.
For the wicked, for the dead, I bring rest.
When I'm summoned or attacked, create a darkness! Yes! Hell yeah, dude. Excellent. Fantastic. I wasn't upset. I'm not upset, you're upset. Alright, fantastic. 5 mana 4/4. When I'm summoned or attacked, create a darkness in hand if you don't have one. Your damage and kill spells accelerate. Whoa! Your damage and kill spells accelerate to fast? When I'm summoned or attacked, create a darkness if you don't have one. Your damage and kill spells accelerate to fast. And then she levels up. I've seen you slay 3+ units with spells or an allied Lucian die. Oh.
You could say I got a life wish.
Hello, love.
Feels good to hear that again. Ready to fire!
Demacian sends its regards.
Eyes forward.
Burn away the shadows.
Sentinels, carry the darkness!
Oh my goodness. Alright, whoa, stop. Alright, she levels up. 5 mana, 5/5, quick attack. When I'm summoned or attacked, create a darkness in hand if you don't have one. Your damage and kill spells accelerate too fast and cost 1 less. Okay. So she's nuts.
Come out and play.
Don't have any warning shots.
Lucian!
What was it like, Senna, to die?
Not like living. Pain, fear, and hope.
Uh-oh.
Bury fear, bury doubt.
Get him.
Darkness and light. Guess I looked right first. Turn it against them.
You know shadow without light. Okay, what does that card do?
Battle's done. Back to the war.
Okay. Alright. Sick. Alright. Fantastic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't process exactly all of what she did, so let's go. I was just really excited that I was right and we got more darkness and Vhagar isn't the worst champion in the entire universe. I knew it, dude. Alright. It wasn't copium, boys. I told you it wasn't copium. It was the only thing that made sense, is that another champion would make darkness. Alright, so I need to reread Senna. Let's read this again. Senna, hi there.
I got
5 mana, quick attack, 4/4. Kindred. She's got Kindred stats, which is not, the worst thing in the world. I know Kindred's a bad card, but Kindred doesn't do anything and also has those stats. Senna does a lot of things. When I'm summoned or attack, she creates a darkness if you don't have one. And then your damage and kill spells accelerate to fast. Damage and kill spells. What exactly does that mean? That means stuff like Rite of Calling becomes fast. That means Darkness becomes fast. That means Withering Mist becomes fast. Damage and kill spells. So any spell that says either like kill, I think it must be any spell that says the word kill, or any spell that deals damage. If it is slow, right, becomes fast. It's not like the fast ones become versed. Right. Okay, wait, this is actually just Ezreal SI support? Kinda. Fast, pack your bags. Literally, go hard. Yes, go hard becomes fast, as does pack your bags. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Hello, our copium worked? Copium worked, boys. Copium worked. It was never copium, dude. Come on. Let me see him. Come on, Dak. Let me see him. Fine, we'll just go to the end. So she seems really good, right? This alone seems really good. Whether or not you pair her with Veigar. And then she levels up. I've seen you slay 3+ units with spells or an allied Lucian die. So like Senna is not like Veigar, right? Veigar kind of needs to be paired, I think, with Senna, but Senna does not need to be paired with Veigar, right? Senna couldn't care less about Veigar. You can pair her with Lucian, you can pair her with Ezreal, you can pair her with whatever the heck you want. She seems like very versatile. Veigar, however, needs her. Needs her very badly. Perfect. Okay. And then she levels up, and she barely changes, right? She gets +1/+1. She says, when I'm summoned or attacked, create a darkness, blah, blah, blah. Your damage and kill spells accelerate to fast, and also cost 1 less. So when she levels up, essentially, all your slow speed, well, actually, all your kill spells and damage spells get cheaper, right? They all cost 1 less. So here's my question. Does single combat count as a kill spell? It shouldn't count as a damage spell. Will single combat be affected by this? Will Concerted Strike? Time for fast Ruination? Ruination should actually, yeah. Ruination actually should be able to be fast. Wait, that's true. It shows it in the video? Yeah, but it didn't show the mana cost. Did it? No. Oh, see, look. Whoa. I saw it a second ago. Look. You can see at the bottom. Single combat costs 2. So no. All these cards, Darkness costs 1 less because Senna is leveled. Whatever this other card is costs 1 less because Senna is leveled. But single combat still costs 2. So no, single combat does not count as a damage or a skill or a kill spell. That makes sense. Wait, fast Thermo Beam? Literally fast Thermo Beam, yes. If you want. If you want, you can have fast Thermo Beam. Come on, new cards. There they are. Cards are up on deck. Yes, they are. All right. So Senna herself looks really good. Even outside of like Veigar decks, she looks like she actually has versatility. She does not depend on the darkness. Right? So if you run her in like a non-Veigar deck, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But I don't think the reverse is true. Alright. Her champion spell is Dawning Shadow, which is a 7-mana slow speed spell, but like, you know, if Senna's on the board, then it's not that. 7-mana slow speed, Dawning Shadow. Slow. Kill an enemy, and give all enemies -2 attack this round. This is a slow speed vengeance with an upside. However, if Senna is on the board, this is a fast speed vengeance with an upside, right? That's alright. Senna, essentially a second Senna is a vengeance with an upside. That's not bad. That's not bad. Are we just getting Vengeance buffed to 6 mana now? When she's leveled up, we are, yeah. Yeah, when Senna levels up, this is just a fast speed 6 mana Vengeance with an upside. Now, the upside's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's not bad. That's actually not bad. If you're being like, if someone's like attacking you with a bunch of stuff and you're playing this, you actually feel pretty good about that, right? That feels pretty good. I wouldn't main deck this card, at least not in a Senna deck, but like, it'll be like Nasus, right? it'll be like Siphoning Strike. This is pretty good when Senna's on the board, so it's a pretty good champion spell. I like that. All right, Des and Ada, 8 mana. Wow, 8 mana. Shadow Isle 7/6. When I'm summoned, create a darkness in hand if you don't have one. Your next darkness this round costs 0 and deals 2 to all enemies. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's bad, not gonna lie. It's bad in a vacuum, but it's bad by itself. But if you're playing Vhagar cards, the darkness won't deal 2 to all enemies, right? It'll deal like 6 to all enemies, and it'll cost 0. This is if you've buffed up the power of your darknesses, this completely wipes the board. And if you're playing Senna, it'll be fast, right? If you've got a Senna on the board and you play this, and you've had a Vhagar in the past, you could wipe your opponent's entire board at fast speed for 0 mana. If you've done all those things, right? And obviously you won't have done all those things every game, even in a Vhagar Senna deck. This is ambitious. This is ambitious, but if it goes off properly, this is actually definitely worth 8 mana, right? This is hard. It's really hard to get the full value out of this card, but if you do, right? If you had a good game and you played Vhagar and he survived for a while and you struck with that like catalyzer guy and you got darkness maybe to 5. If you got darkness to 5 damage, this is hella worth it, right? This is hella worth it. And then if you have a Senna on the board, it's fast speed. I like this card. This is like a one of. I seriously doubt Vhagar buffs affect the 2 to all. That seems separate. Otherwise, it would say your next darkness damages all enemies. That might be true. That's a good point. It is worded strangely. I don't know. It could go either way. It could go either way. We'll have to see. I think it would buff. I think that Vhagar's buffs would apply to the darkness created by this, but the way it's worded is unclear. You're right. I shouldn't assume that will happen, but I do think it does. If it doesn't get buffed, then yeah, this card isn't very good. if the darkness doesn't get buffed and only ever deals 2 to all enemies, then you're right, it's not nearly as good. But I don't think that's what's going on. All right, next up, Piercing Darkness, 6 mana, slow speed, drain 5. I don't like this one. This is not a good card. It is drain 5, so it's like you gain 5 life. If you have leveled up Senna, I guess this card is pretty good because it's 5 mana fast speed, drain 5, and then that's just like Grasp of the Undying on like mad steroids. Even if you have level 1 Senna, this is like 6 mana fast speed, drain 5. That's okay. but I don't want to put cards in my deck that depend on having Senna, right? I don't think this card is good by itself, and you should try to avoid putting cards in your deck that only function when you have your champion, right? That's a bad idea. Unless you're playing, you know, a deck like Lee Sin where every single card depends on you having your champion or helps you get there, right? That's not what we're doing, so I don't think I like this card. It's kind of a worse Thermo Beam. Well, it's almost a better Thermo Beam if you were casting Thermo Beam for 6 or 7. Or 6 or 5, right? With Senna out, it becomes fast. I don't think that's good enough. Alright. Buru Sentinel. 3 mana, 3/3, Shadow Isles card. Fearsome. The first time you slay a unit with a spell, grant me +2/+1. I assume this means the first time he sees you do this, not like... It's not... Right? It's like the first time I see you slay a unit, it's not like the Inquisitors that's like, if you've done this game. It sees read Bark Beast? Okay, cool. It works like Bark Beast. Okay, cool, yeah, that's what I figured. So this starts as a 3 mana 3/3 and then potentially becomes a 3 mana 5/4 with Fearsome? And then Demacian Sentinel, who is not a Demacian card. let me be very clear. 1 mana Demacian Sentinel is a Shadow Isles card. 1 mana Fearsome. The first time you slay a unit with a spell, grant me +2/+1. So same thing. This is a 1 mana 3/3 once you slay a unit with a spell. Chip! We got ourselves a new chip. This one looks even better. This card looks okay, but I think this one's even better. This is a 3/3 with Fearsome. For 1 mana. For 1 mana, although you are going to have to activate it, and activating it is not the easiest thing in the world. But it's not the hardest thing in the world either. I like this card, but it is going to have to stay a 1/2 for a minute. Right? It's not like Chip or Bark Beast where you like play it and then like almost instantly it activates. It's gonna have to take a minute to activate, especially if you play it on round 1, right? But still, a 1 mana 3/3 with Fearsome is nothing to scoff at, nothing to shake a stick at. All right. Watcher on the Isles, 4 mana 2/4 Shadow Isles card. Each round, the first time you slay a unit with a spell, deal 2 to the enemy nexus. Okay. First time you slay a unit with a spell, deal 2 to the enemy nexus. This is like a burn card? Is this like a new Shadow Isles burn card? Ron B, listen. Senna with Gohard means you can put multiple Gohards on stack? Yeah. That's... Oh. Oh no, you're right. I was like, yeah, so what? And then I understood. No, that's bad. No. That's really scary, Chekhov. No. I'm not sure about Watcher on the Isles. Watcher on the Isles is a little... I don't think Senna specifically wants this, but there are other Shadow Isles decks who probably want this. This is like a burn card, right? It's a new Shadow Isles burn card. Someone wants that. I just can't envision quite who. Shadow Isles burn decks don't want lots of spells that kill units. Yeah, exactly, right? If you're going for an actual Shadow Isles burn deck, you're going for like the Doom Beast strategy where you play as many Doom Beasts and maybe Astral Foxes as you possibly can. And this guy doesn't really fit into that deck, but it's not like Senna wants this. I don't know about this guy. Maybe they do. Maybe the Senna Vhagar deck, since like at the end of the game you're like throwing darknesses at the Nexus with Vhagar. Maybe like this fits somewhere in that deck, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't really get this card. All right. Mist Keepers, 5 mana, 3/4. Shadow Isles. Each round, the first time you slay a unit with a spell, summon an ephemeral Mist Wraith. Oh! Wait a minute. That's actually terrifying. Each round you can summon an ephemeral Mist Wraith? That's potentially really strong, but I can't figure out what deck this fits into. Mist Wraith decks tend to be Allegiance decks, right? If you're running a deck that wants lots of Mist Wraiths, that tends to be an Allegiance deck. Mist Keepers equals budget Viego. It sure does. Sure does. Viego kind of loves this if Hydrovine eats a Nerf bat. If Hydrovine gets hit by that Nerf bat, then Mist Keepers will rise to replace it. That actually looks kind of likely. Yeah, I think you guys are kind of right. This is a budget Hydrovine. Like a budget Hydrovine. Right? Like, Hydrovine just does it at burst speed at the start of every round. This, you can't do every round. Right? You don't have a kill spell every single round. You just won't. So you'll run out at some point. And also it doesn't start at the, you don't get this at the start of rounds, so if your opponent open attacks you, you sort of get nothing out of this. So this is no Hydrovine. This is no Hydrovine. I was thinking more for like fearsome style harrowing decks this might be okay, but even then I think it's too slow. Like this card looks really strong, but it's nowhere near the power level of Hydrovine, and I think it's too slow for actual Mist Wraith decks, like fearsome harrowing style decks. So maybe you can put it in like a Viego deck and like I don't know. I don't think the Viego deck actually wants any more engines. No, this card looks all right. This card looks okay. I can't see a deck that wants it. How often is Viego committing a killing spell pre-combat? Not that often. Yeah, not that often. Yeah. This might be more trouble than it's worth, honestly. Having to pre-commit a slay spell before combat every round. No, I don't see it. I don't see it. It sounds really good, but if you start thinking about it, I don't see this card. Not gonna lie, Senna's followers feel like Mage Seekers. Senna Vhagar is gonna run that card? Mist Keepers? You think so? I'm not sure they will. Alright, let's keep going. Solari Sentinel, 6 mana, 4/5 Shadow Isles with Lifesteal. Finally, Shadow Isles gets another Lifesteal card. What is this? What is this? The second Lifesteal card that Shadow Isles has? Like ever? They've been like sitting there with Soul Gorger since the beta. Is like, oh yeah, Lifesteal is in the Shadow Isles region because we have Soul Gorger, and then like they just never printed another Lifesteal card for Shadow Isles. Now we finally get one. 6 mana, 4/5 Lifesteal. When I'm summoned, create a darkness if you don't have one. When you play your next darkness this round, copy it, targeting the enemy nexus. Yeah, Vhagar wants this. This card actually looks good. This card looks better. Looks better. Now, it says when you play your next darkness this round, which I imagine is part of the summon effect. So it's not like you can do this every round as long as Ixtali is around. But when you play her on round 6, you need to also have 6 mana. You need to also have 3 spell mana, or enough spell mana to play your darkness, right? If your darkness is all cost 2 because of, you know, some other card, then you need to have 2 spell mana. But it's when you play it, she copies it. So this isn't even like, ooh, this is like karma, right? This is like a little mini karma for 1 darkness. As soon as you play it, a second one goes on the stack. Instantly, right? So if you have fast speed darknesses, because Senna's on the field, and you play Solari Sentinel, your opponent, no matter what your opponent does, unless they mini-morph this, or hush it, you will always have the opportunity to play the darkness and get the second one on the stack. Even if they vengeance this, you could just darkness and there'll be a second darkness on the stack. This card with leveled Vhagar ends the game. It does. It ends the game 1 turn sooner than otherwise. I like this card. And it's a 4/5 with lifesteal. I think this card is pretty good. I think this card is pretty okay. I think it's okay. It's not busted or anything. The thing about sending darknesses at the Nexus is that it's the same problem that Decimate has, right? I've been playing a lot of Draven Ezreal, and there's this thing in Draven Ezreal where after you play a Captain Farron, like, yeah, and your opponent's at like 8 life, you've got these Decimates, and you're like, oh heck yeah, I've got 2 Decimates and they've got 8 life, I win. And then you realize that you can't play the Decimates because like they're about to swing for lethal on you, and if you play 1 Decimate, they'll kill you. And so you like have to spend your mana like removing units, and then they play more units, and then you still can't play the Decimate to kill them because they'll kill you. So like you have to be careful, right? Sending stuff at the Nexus doesn't help you win the game until it does win the game, right? And so this has got the same problem. Like the darkness that's going to the Nexus doesn't matter until the game ends, right? It helps you get closer to ending the game, but it doesn't actually like help you on the board. And Vhagar's gonna have level 2 Vhagar's gonna have that problem too. I didn't really talk about this yesterday because I was so fixated on how difficult it was to level up Vhagar. But if it takes 2 darknesses to kill the enemy Nexus, right? If you're sitting there with a level 2 Vhagar and you've got like a 7 damage darkness and the opponent has 14 health, you might send it at the Nexus, unless your board is small and their board is big, in which case you'll probably have to use that darkness on the enemy board. And then next round you'll get another darkness, but they'll also have more board, and so you're gonna have to use it on the board again, right? And that's gonna be like the balance that goes on at the end of with level 2 Vhagar at the end of the game is like, you need to use your darkness to kill them, but you also need to use that darkness to survive. And so there's gonna be that balance. And this one sort of allows you to do both in an interesting way. All right. Let's see the last 2. We've got Solari Sentinel here. 3 mana Shadow Isles. When I'm summoned, create a darkness. Oh. It's just a 3 mana 3/2 that says when I'm summoned, create a darkness. Well, Dark Bulb, the Dark Bulb guy is way better than this. Right? The 2 mana Bandle City card with Augment is just this, but 1 mana less. I think that's way better. But this is a nice this is a nice budget Dark Bulb if you don't want to go to Bandle, right? If you want to run Senna Vhagar outside of Bandle, you could maybe do that. And you'll maybe have to run this, but you'll feel bad about it, right? I'd rather just play Dark Bulb. Why does Riot hate Solari cards so much? Just make that a 3/3. True. All right, last card. Catalog of Regrets. Okay, 4 mana, Okay, it doesn't say landmark, but I assume this is a landmark. It's got like the landmark border, but it doesn't say the word landmark. Okay, I'm assuming this is a landmark. Round start. Create in hand a fleeting copy of a non-fleeting spell you cast last round. Oh god. Oh no. This is a go hard card, isn't it? It's literally leveled Zillion on a discount. It's part of level Zillion's effect on a 4-mana landmark, right? Zillion gives you fleeting copies of every non-fleeting card you played last round. This just gives you one per turn, right? This is a 4-mana landmark that gives you one extra spell every round that you played last round. And if that spell is go hard, uh-oh. Like, uh-oh. If you play multiple spells, does it just choose randomly? I assume so, yeah. If you played multiple spells last round, yeah, I assume you get one of them chosen at random. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Senna Go Hard is gonna be busted. I'm finding it difficult to disagree with that. Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking you might be right with that, actually. Zero mana, pack your bags. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Oh no. Wait. That's very true. Fast speed pack. It's fast speed. If Senna's leveled, it's fast speed 0 mana pack your bags, right? Because you put if you're at 2 out of 3. Dr. Chekhov was pointing this out earlier. If you have 2 out of 3 go hards, if you played 2 go hards and you have 2 more, and you have Senna, you play them both. You don't just play one and wait for the other one to turn into a pack. You play them both on the stack, and then it'll do the karma thing where like the first one will hit, drain one, and change the other one on the stack into a pack your bags, and then that one will. But you only paid 0 mana for it if Senna was leveled. and 2 mana for it if she was leveled, right? If she wasn't. If you have a level 1 Senna and you do that, you paid 2 mana to blow up your opponent's board. But if Senna's leveled, you paid 0 mana to do that. You can literally just run one of Go Hard in Vhagar Senna just because it's good enough if you want. I don't know what the point of that would be. I mean, you could do that. Senna Aphelios when? Aphelios? Oh god, Senna Aphelios. She only makes one of Aphelios' cards fast. No. She only makes... No. She only makes the Calibrum fast. No, that doesn't do anything. I wanted Vhagar support Riot, but not like this. I kind of wanted it like this. This is exactly how I wanted it. Fast speed ruination? I think yes. I believe Senna, if you have level 2 or level 1 Senna, right? If you have Senna on the board, ruination becomes fast speed. I think that is true. Senna level 1 should be her level 2? No, guys, she's fine. She's really cool. I think Senna is really cool. I don't think she's too powerful. I think she's just awesome. I guess we should go over these and think about everything, shouldn't we? I think Senna is really cool. I think she's a really interesting champion. She's really well designed. She offers a metric ton of deck building ideas. And I think that's really cool. I think Tortured Prodigy should be such a good card in this expansion. That's a pretty hot take, but okay. Akiba Rob. Senna, Station Archivist, Practical Perfectionist, and Catalog of Regrets. About to be insane for PNZ SI Go Hard. Station Archivist, Practical Perfectionist, Catalog of Regrets. I like the way you think. Yo, MZuck, I like the way you think. Holy crap. Alright, sure. Let's try it, dude. Hell yeah. I like it. Turn 5 fast speed pack, anyone? I mean, is pack even good if you use it earlier? Here's the thing. Doesn't pack get better and better the longer you wait to use it? It's not like using pack your bags early in the game is better, right? You just want to have it online before your opponent gets a big board. Well, maybe it will. You don't think we're gonna have another pack your bag by 7? Oh, well, okay. Well, no, I didn't think that. No, I didn't think that. That's frightening. That's frightening, MTuck. Why do you frighten me this way? Re-review Vagar now, please, at Gameboy Rob. Sure. Vagar looks fine now. Like, literally, Vagar looks pretty good now. This kind of thing was all we needed. All we needed was somebody else that made Darkness. Like, two more. I think right now we're at the point where you can't put them all in, right? We're at the point where you cannot put every Darkness generator in your deck. I mean, you could. I don't think that would be the best deck, right? I don't think you want a deck with Ixtali and Solari Sentinel and Desinata and Dark Bulb and Senna and Vagar. Maybe you do, actually. You probably drop one, right? There's probably one Darkness generator that you don't run, probably Desinata or Solari Sentinel, right? Desinata seemed like a one of. If you're running the Vagar Senna deck and Darkness works the way I think it does, where it does scale, like the damage to everything does scale with Vagar. I think Desinata is still like a one of, maybe a two of, depending on how your deck is built. And you're probably just not running Solari Sentinel because you're running the Dark Bulb Acolyte instead. And Vagar is just awesome now. Vagar is just a good champion. He's really cool. He's runnable. I think he's very viable. And I think his side of the cards are pretty relevant, right? Stilted, here, let's go look at him. Stilted Robemaker is really good now that everything, now that we have lots of Darkness. So is Twisted Catalyzer, right? These two cards are really good if you have lots of Darkness. And with those cards that we just saw, you're going to get lots of Darkness. Vagar as well is pretty good. If your Darkness are just scaling every round, I think Vagar is pretty good. I don't know exactly how good. We'll have to run it. We'll have to play a few games before we really get a sense of like how good it all is. But this all seems pretty good. Oh, something I haven't even talked about. Senna levels up if she sees allied Lucian die. We haven't even talked about Senna Lucian, right? Senna instantly levels up if she sees Lucian die. That can't be worth running Lucian, right? That can't actually be worth running Lucian in your deck, right? That can't be worth it. Senna Lucian seems bad. Yeah, Senna Lucian doesn't seem to make sense. It's probably just there mostly for flavor. Because you want to run those slow speed spells from Demacia, Poggers? I can't even think of a slow speed Demacian spell. I can't even think of a slow speed Demacian spell that Senna would affect. There's like none, right? There's like none. She has like actually kind of no synergy with Demacia. Oh, oops. So let's go back to the actual cards. So in full, this Senna Vagar deck looks promising, right? now that we've seen all the cards, now that we know what the hell is going on here, the Senna Vhagar deck looks promising. It is a little auto build. It is kind of auto build, especially if you actually do dip into Bandle City, right? You're gonna run the Dark Bulbs, you're gonna run the Stilted Roadmakers, you're gonna run the Catalyzers, right? You're gonna run 3 of all of those cards. Obviously, you're gonna need to run stuff like Vile Feast. You're gonna need to run stuff like probably Solari Sentinel. You probably don't run Catalog of Regrets in that deck. But even that deck isn't like that auto build. It's like kind of auto build, but it allows for a lot of flexibility and allows you to choose what spells you want. Like they showed in that trailer, they showed Withering Mist being played at fast speed because of Senna, and that looked really cool, right? That was really interesting. You could consider running Withering Mist in that deck. Maybe not more than like 1 or 2. But you could consider it, right? Because Senna makes it fast. And that's the type of card that this archetype wants. You want to be removing your opponent's units and surviving at the same time, right? And it's like stalling out, waiting for Vhagar to get big. I don't know about Piercing Darkness. I don't think you actually run Piercing Darkness. But yeah, on the whole, I think these cards are really cool. And then like if you once you ditch Vhagar, once Senna inevitably ditches the annoying Yordle, like a whole world of deck building options are available to her. Like just a million different decks that you can build with Senna. It's really staggering. I think this is really cool. At Gamer Rob, we need to play her with Demacia so we can give her Unkillable and then play Ruination at fast speed. You do that. You do that. If Poppy becomes meta, I think you run Piercing. I'm not sure I follow. The only problem with no Vhagar is that the darknesses are always only 2 damage for 3 mana. Yeah. I mean, once you ditch Vhagar, darkness is not a darkness deck anymore, right? You're running Vhagar and then it's a darkness deck because Vhagar has all the darkness synergy. If you're just running Senna, you probably won't run Des, you probably won't run Solari Sentinel. You probably won't run Solari Sentinel. It'll no longer be a darkness deck. Senna will make, you know, her darkness like 1 time, and then when she levels up, like, oh cool, I have a Mystic Shot, right? We get a Shadow Isles Mystic Shot. But yeah, you probably don't need the rest of these darkness cards if you're not also running Vhagar. At Game Rob, Demacian Sentinel making me feel different. Why? Because she's pretty? She is pretty. I just built super aggro go hard and I think I just broke the game. Hell, you can even discard them with PNZ stuff? Oh god. You guys want to take Senna to PNZ and then just use the darkness as discard fodder? You monsters. Wait. Wait. Is that good? Fast speed crumble seems intriguing. Oh god. Fast speed crumble is intriguing. God, these cards are cool. The main thing with her ability is that the card has to be kind of playable if you don't have her. I agree. Night Stars, that is exactly correct. I completely agree with you. Any card that you want to put in a Senna deck, you have to be okay with playing without Senna on the board. So no Crumble? Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Essentially, yes. This drop today is sick, and I will be spamming this game on day one with a billion ideas until I'm broke. Won't we all, dude? Yo, Wednesday? Wednesday is gonna be a fun day, dude. Wednesday is gonna be an exciting day. What's today? Thursday? God.